Alright, so hey guys, I'm going to talk to you about Doctor Who right now, because I just watched Dark Water, I believe it's called. Is it Dark Water? Is that what it's called? Dark Water? Yeah. That was an episode of Doctor Who. It featured Peter Capaldi, it featured Jenna Louise Coleman, it featured... God, Anderson? What's his name? Who plays Danny Pink? Samuel Anderson. It's got Samuel Anderson in it, and it's also got Missy in it. We've got some spoilers coming up here. I'm going to say it. Shh. Spoiler alert. Missy, or otherwise known as the Mistress, or the Master. And she's played by Michelle Gomez. Now then, what did I think of the episode as a whole? I thought the episode as a whole was alright. It was definitely a first part of a story. Nothing much happened. I say nothing much happened. Literally, one of the series regulars for this series died, which was slightly unexpected to a certain degree. I don't know, I guess I wasn't surprised when it happened though, and as soon as he did die, I knew that Clara was being all angry with the Doctor to make him go back. It's like, what's the episode called? Father's Day from series 1 of the revived series. It's like Father's Day. There wasn't really anything wrong with the episode, I think. I really liked the skeletons. I liked the effect of the skeletons and the draining, and you can see the Cybermen. I was like, oh, that's cool. I feel like that would have been a cool reveal if I didn't know they were there, but I guess it's hard to hide that you had the Cybermen in the series when you had to literally film in front of St. Paul's Cathedral. You can't avoid it, really. It's a shame, really. From the next time trailer for this, it seemed like Clara would be much more of an antagonist in this episode. It almost looked like she turned over to the dark side and joined the Mistress. But that didn't really happen. That sort of happened. She threw the ring into the fire from whence it was from whence it came. Yeah, it's all of it Lord of the Rings, that bit. And then there was sort of like a team almost again trying to save Danny. I loved Chris Addison in this episode. I thought Chris Addison was great. I thought he looked great, and I just really like Chris Addison. I think he's a great actor. He's fantastic in his other television program that he shares with Mr. Peter Capaldi, which is The Thick of It, in which he plays Ollie Reader or somebody else in the film called In the Loop. And I can highly recommend both of those things. They've both got Chris Addison and Peter Capaldi in it, and they're both fantastic, so I can highly recommend those. I thought Capaldi was great. I thought he acted it great. Jenna Louise Coleman, fantastic performance from her. She did really well. I'm being honest here. I'm finding Samuel Anderson's performances okay. They're not blowing me away. Jenna Louise Coleman was fantastic in today's episode, but I think all of his acting is very samey. Is the one thing, but other than that, I liked it. The acting was okay. I'm interested to see how Michelle Gomez goes on as Missy, as the Master. I'm interested to see whether she'll return after this point, like Michelle Gomez as the Master, or if it will be somebody else. Will they regenerate again? I don't know. Something I noticed in the episode is that you get to the end, oh right, she's the Master, and I saw that coming, and then I was like, oh wait, the Master proper snogged the Doctor earlier on in that episode. I just think, how long's he been holding that back? They've been friends since childhood. But Stephen Moffat has got a thing. He likes to ship the Master and the Doctor. He really does like to do that. In case you don't know what I'm talking about the ending of Curse of the Fatal Death, the 2001, or was it? It might be earlier than that, actually. It's a comic relief special of Doctor Who, and by the end of that thing of Doctor Who, it comes out as the Master starting to be, friendly with the Doctor, but the Doctor has regenerated a couple of times and regenerated one final time in the episode into Joanna Lumley. And seriously, if you haven't seen Curse of the Fatal Death, I can highly recommend you do it. Look for it. It's on YouTube. You can get it. It's wonderful. It's really well written. It's one of my favorite things Stephen Moffat's ever written, and it's a Doctor Who parody, starring, for the vast majority of it, Rowan Atkinson, Mr. Bean, as the Doctor, and he's wonderful. He plays it delightfully Blackadder-ish, and it's really good. Right, I'm not going to pretend that I wasn't disappointed that it turned out that Missy, short for Mistress, which means Master, was the case. I mean, I sort of hoped that it would be someone else, that it wouldn't be the Master, because the Master was predictable. And I feel like the fact that they introduced the whole thing with, oh, Gallifrey is possibly back, they introduced that in Day of the Doctor, I thought that might give an opportunity to have maybe some different Time Lords, not just your bog standard, oh, it's the Master, why not the meddling monk? Or the Rani, or heck, even Romana. In fact, I was kind of hoping it would be Romana, and it wasn't a villain. But, I think I would have preferred it if Missy was the Rani. I think that might have been a bit better. I always thought that the woman in End of Time, the woman who the Doctor looks at and recognises, I always thought that was Romana. I think that was my thing. Though you could go really crazy, and I'm sure it's said in the extended universe of Doctor Who that Ace goes on to become a Time Lord, or at least a time traveller. It depends what you read. Might be an Ace. Though, if it was going to be Ace, you get Sophie Aldred to do it. I think Ace would be great to have a little cameo come back. Love to get a bit Ace back. Ace was great. And, we've got another Scottish Doctor. We've got to get Ace back in, talking to the Professor. So yeah, those are my initial thoughts and reactions and incoherent thoughts about today's episode of Doctor Who. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me what you thought of Doctor Who down below, and what you think is going to happen in next week's episode.